Yeah, yeah. What's up, family? Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast, man. All right. Life's a mental game. You need the right mentality to survive. We out here. I'm out here by myself today, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I just wanted to at least, I missed having a podcast last week. It's getting harder and harder to secure guests. Not in a bad way, but um, everybody that I generally, you know, connect with on a daily basis. I know personally, and we all out here in the field working, and blue collar citizens. You know what I'm saying? And it's just tough. Like sometimes on the weekends, trying to get everybody's schedule lined up and together. I kind of gel and link up with a lot of truck drivers. A big group of them work overnight, and the weekends is usually their time to get a lot of stuff done. And, it's hard to get people online, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody's dealing with their daily lives, their kids and stuff like that. And that's all understandable. But, I wanted to at least try to get on here and, just put something out for the people. This week, the podcast is called Laugh It Off. You know what I'm saying? It's just, to focus on the mental health benefits of, laughter and, also to just say not to take stuff so seriously nowadays. Everybody's here all, riled up and, hyped up over nothing. And, really sometimes we should take time to sit back and just, enjoy the moment and laugh and enjoy life because this life is short, man. This year alone, man, we've lost a whole lot, man. And if you remember, waking moments and the last moments of some of the people that have passed, they haven't really been filled with uh too much joy in those last few days. But leading up to those days, you kind of get a glimpse of the memories and stuff of the good times they experienced, the laughter and all that. And I just also want to encourage people to remember those things. My week this week celebrated a 18-year anniversary. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It hasn't been easy. You know what I'm saying? For most part, it's been very, very tough, especially these last few years. Um, a lot of stuff has been happening. It's not easy. We wasn't supposed to make it to this point. We almost didn't. And I just wanna, speak to all the people nowadays that's going through, difficulties in their relationship. One thing that has gotten us through is the laughter that we share amongst each other, with our child. She came out the womb funny, making cracking jokes and speaking and talking and just saying, and then when she started talking and formulating sentences and stuff, um, she's just been a goofy child from here on out. So, I thank God for her and, my wife. Been together 18 years. If we would have had a child when we first got together, that child would be a whole adult right now. So, but like I said, it hasn't been easy. It's been very hard. Especially in the last few years. It's been, difficult. We dealing with stuff, growing pains and stuff like that. But just a general work week, really trying to earn it this week. I took some time off to kind of, I guess, use my vacation days without losing. So I had some time to relax and things of that sort. But I'm working on a new show format going forward. But when I have a guest on the show, we're gonna start doing top fives, man. So what I'm gonna need y'all to do, my viewers, my listeners, whoever, man, I got different places where you can reach me. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, of course, YouTube. Um, I have a Facebook page, specifically for discussion for the Mental Game Podcast on Facebook. Y'all go ahead and look that up. I post links every week. Go ahead, be a part of that. Let me know your topics that you want to hear about as far as mental health or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We'll get on here and talk about anything. And I just want y'all to just, when we start with the top fives, I really want to hear from y'all, hear what y'all think, see what y'all top fives are, so we can compare our list versus y'all's list. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do going forward. You know, uh also, on a new format, we're gonna give more mental health advice. Um, I've been contacted by, different people, been approached by my mom and stuff like that to be an ambassador of sorts for mental health. And I'm very honored that people, see what I'm out here trying to do and, go ahead and recognize me for it. So I appreciate that. You know, Also, we're gonna try to answer more questions as far as mental health from not from a professional standpoint, but from a, everyday person standpoint, somebody who deals with their own mental health on a daily basis and has dealt with it for a while and has, steadily all the time getting through. And I just want to let everybody know that's going through something, what I'm saying. We here with you, we going through it with you. Most of us sometimes are experiencing the same things, and I feel like we can help each other. And I feel like my platform can help other people, other normal people, that's living normal lives, you know, get through their mental health. And as always, we're gonna have fun doing it. So, this episode I want to call Laugh It Off, the mental health benefits of laughter, and just give a different perspective on it. Try to shift some perspective. Let me see. Like I said, I have this group of truck drivers that I talk to on a daily basis. Shout out to them. Most of them work at TTE. It's Courtney, uh, Carter, who I call old Cadre. We got old Clarence, who we all call Happy, and we call him Happy for a reason. Of course, Sam. I got my cousin Rudy, who I ain't heard from in a while, man. Yeah, hit me up, man. I know you gonna be listening to this episode. Um, I got a good group, and then their friends at different trucking companies. I got EB. Shout out to EB. Um, thoughts and prayers to EB, man. Just every night, man, almost every night, we come in late, for whatever reasons at my job. We come in late and we end up working late. So we kind of line up with the I guess start times of drivers that work overnight, which is Courtney, Carter, Happy. I don't know if EB works at night, but he's on the phone sometimes, and what I'm saying, I'll be having a bad day, like I told everybody on my other episode, I got suspended from my job and I've just been in a bad, like kind of a little bit of a funk with management and stuff at my job. So, I've been, I feel like it's a hostile environment, and I feel like I really sometimes feel like people are against me. And, and in the same breath, I feel like the wrong people are against me, if that makes any sense to anybody. But I always show up, I do my best, that way I can get the best out of it and ultimately achieve my goal, if that makes sense to anybody. I always, there's always an end game, and that's one thing I'm working on now. Excuse me, my notes keep falling. But every day, we're always happy. I mean, not happy. We're always laughing. And that's one of the main things to do. That's one thing Sam does. Like if he sees me like having a bad day, one thing we do between each other, we quote movies back and forth. Our favorite movie to quote is the Nutty Professor with it, or really any Eddie Murphy quote that gets me, because Eddie Murphy is one of my favorite comedians. So that's one of the things, and it kind of diverts your attention, and gets your attention and your focus off of that, ill will feeling, or that mishap that happened, that's kind of get you that's kind of got your day going through something, um and that's what I love about laughter, and I love about the power of laughter, the power of laughing things off. Occasionally, in the culture of black people, we make a joke about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially, that's why I love my mom. My mom is, from up north, from Ohio, and she's got two sisters, and man, when they get together, it's a party. You gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? And my mom, like I talked about with my brother on the last episode, we watching a scary movie with my mom. We were watching The Deliverance now. the deliverance was scary for me because, that's stuff like that you generally don't see black people going through. You know what I'm saying? Exorcism and stuff like that. You don't see too many of us in those movies going through that type of stuff because you know what I'm saying? Where we from, we run. It was like I ain't staying there to find out what this ghost finna do to this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that movie kind of freaked me out, and it freaked me out even more when I found out that was a true story. But all throughout that movie, my mom just like it wasn't that scary because my mom diverted our attention to laughing at her and what she had going on. So shout out to moms real quick. Shout out to all the moms out there that's like heavily involved in your adult children's lives and just being there to help out and being there to, lift them up when they down. And that my mom was another person. My whole family. Shout out to y'all, man. I just want to give credit to my whole family. Shout out to everybody who's held me down in whatever situation. You know what I'm saying? I can't be down. I can't afford to be down. And I just want to let y'all know how important y'all are to my mental health when it comes to making me laugh and diverting my attention from that situation, that bad situation that might have, taken over my perspective. So I just want to like the science of laughter, man. Like laughter, obviously, it reduces stress, it reduces anxiety, and in most cases, it reduces depression because, like I said, it diverts your attention to something else besides that hurt or that action or that pain. You know what I'm saying? Like when I give a story, like when Papa died. I got Papa right here on my wall. Um, when Papa died, man, we simply to get through that, for me to get through it, man, I just remembered all the talks that we had and all the fun that we had. We had a fishing trip that we went on, and I didn't get the chance to do it again. I still owe him. Um, and just all the funny stuff he used to tell me, and that's what kind of gets me through depression. Even with when my grandmother died, one of the things that got me and my sister through was we had to travel to New Orleans. It was around COVID time, so just me and my sister drove down there. Um, and that whole ride there, we just remembered all the good times from when we were kids and, different life experiences that we had with our grandparents, and how they used to like little play fight and stuff like that. A little story. I remember my grandmother, um, now she was a tough cookie. She was no pushover by far. You couldn't mess with her. And my grandfather, he was just as silly as it can be, you know what I'm saying? My grandfather used to always mess with her, come pick with her, throw stuff at her, be like a little balled up sock magazine or something. He used to always, kind of rile her up and riz her up, you know what I'm saying? And I know riz got a different meaning nowadays, but he would always mess with her. And I remember one day, and this will always be funny to me. Uh, I remember one day my grandmother was sitting at the little phone table. I know they don't have phone tables nowadays. Um, basically it's a little table. I don't There's a name for it, but I don't know the name. I just used to call it the phone table. It's basically like a little table with a seat and it had like a little desk part on it. It had a little cubby for like phone books and stuff. Generally, it was used for and my grandfather restored it. I don't know how many times it was used for, you had your phone there, you got your phone books, you know what I'm saying? You had to sit there and find a number for a business or whoever, yellow pages, white pages. You had to find a phone number, you sit there, find a number. My grandma had a rotary dial phone for the longest till my uncle upgraded it and got her, the touch dial phone. And she had this stuff with magazines, TV guys and stuff like that. One day she was sitting there just minding her own business. I think she was just tired and she just decided to sit down there. And my grandfather, I think we were watching Nickelodeon, so she wasn't, she was moving through the house back and forth doing other stuff while we was watching TV. And she just sat down to rest or whatever. My grandfather, he loved his honey. And he just like that's how he showed his love to her. He ain't just mess with her for no reason. That's how he showed love. And I kinda got that, you know, passed to me, vicariously through him. And one day he was just messing with her and she stood up like she was gonna go after them, and he he kind of ran back, but he kept messing with her. And my grandmother, you couldn't see what she was doing from the angle he was. He was kind of like in a little hallway that led to the back, to the dining room and the kitchen. In New Orleans, we lived in my grandparents lived in like a double shotgun house that was put together, into made into one house. Usually with them shotgun houses, it's you know one house, but it's made into two separate houses or living spaces, whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying, for better perspective for the people don't know what a shotgun house is. But from the angle where he was from her, he couldn't see her sitting there. She was balling up one of them TV guys, and you know what I'm saying, she was swatting away all the little stuff that he was trying to throw at her, and she just waited till he got close enough. And as soon as he got close enough, she took that TV guide and whacked the piss out of my pop, man. And that move that will forever live in my head and infamy when it comes to my grandparents and how they used to get along, and how that's and generally, man, like if I'm laughing with you, if I'm talking about you, if I'm joking with you, man, that's another way I show love. That's one of my love languages. I'm gonna talk about you. If I'm talking about you, if I'm wasting my time, not wasting my time, but if I'm taking my time to sit here and talk about you, you know what I'm saying, it means I, have some type of love or care for you. And also in that, man, if I'm doing that and what I'm saying, you don't like it, come talk to me about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not above reproach, you know what I'm saying? I can be talked to, you know what I'm saying? So if I hurt your feelings by anything I say, I'm man enough to be like, hey man, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant by it. And, we can go from there. But like the physical benefits of laughter, you know what I'm saying? I've read in a lot of places, I probably mentioned this on my podcast one time before, that laughter it boosts your immune system. And a lot of times it relieves pain. I really think it makes you forget about pain. But you know what I'm saying? And also it promotes relaxation. Like, and I see that being to where, like, if you, it's like, say you the new kid on the block, or you the new kid in school, the new kid in class, or like new people at my job. I use that for an example. You know what I'm saying? When you come into a new environment, you're nervous. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what to do. This is unfamiliar territory for you. You don't know anybody. So a lot of things what I do now, because I've been in that space before, so I know how it is. So a lot of times what I do to a new person, I walk up, introduce myself. How you doing, man? My name is JJ, or I say my real name then, because at work, they know me by my real name. So I'm like, hey, introduce myself, like, hey man, what have you done before this and this, that, and the other, and crack a little joke or two and stuff. I kind of get them comfortable and let them know, like, hey man, if you need anything, you know what I'm saying, I've been here for X amount of years, you know what I'm saying, I've been where you've been, you know what I'm saying, I've been here, I've been there, I've been everywhere. If you need anything, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. And if I don't know, I'll point you in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell, I sit there and continue to joke with them, in between the time I'm there. And then, if I go out on route and I come back and I see him again, I joke with him again. And you can kind of feel like this wave of comfort come over a person when you do something like that. So, I encourage people out here to, just, what I'm saying, if you see somebody having a hard time, you see somebody having difficulty, in a new and strange environment, man, help that person out, man. Like, be that person that, turns that person into like a, good, great employee. And, because we all out here battling demons. We all out here battling, you know, situations that we don't generally talk about, to strangers and stuff like that. But I believe if you engage, your fellow man, your fellow individual, I believe you can help them in more ways than you probably would understand. You know, I built a lot of long-lasting friendships and long-lasting relationships off of, just general humor. Like me and Sam, like I've known Sam longer than I've known T. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Sam, when we first met each other, our football lockers was right next to each other. I was unfamiliar, he was unfamiliar. We both were unfamiliar in the territory that we were in. He had just came from Dallas. I had just came from New Orleans. Bad situation, Hurricane Katrina, and um, I'm asking him for directions on how to get to class, and he laughing at me. We laughing at each other like, "Look here, bro. I'm new too, man. I'm learning. I'm learning how you learning. You know what I'm saying?" And me and him, we've been close ever since. And all the other friends that I have too. I know Robert, man. Robert is probably one of the most silliest people I know. Uh, and me and Robert been friends since shoot elementary, and he's probably like the friend I've known, kept around and known from the longest time. But we kept a bond because every time me and Robert get on the phone, we laughing, we joking, and and generally me and Robert we probably go months without speaking to each other because I'm here in Houston, he's still in New Orleans. He's doing his thing. He's taking care of his kids. He's being a great father. He's being a very positive role model in their lives and just making sure he's there for his kids and working and doing what he's supposed to do. But when me and him get on the phone, when we talk, it's just like we haven't missed a step. We laughing, we joking. Um, you know, I wouldn't say it's a weird sense of humor because it's a humor that I've been accustomed to my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call it dark humor or anything like that, but like we just like we hear certain things each other say and we just like turn it into a joke. So, what I'm saying? And I have that has carried all of my friendships and all my relationships going forward. You know what I'm saying? If I can't laugh with you, man, ain't much we gonna be able to do together. You know what I'm saying? So I would say laughter is a very, very important thing in any relationship. Saying because like I told you, like, if it wasn't for being able to convert things into laughter and laugh and joke and my relationship probably wouldn't have lasted as long as it has because she's silly, I'm silly, and we raised a silly child. So I guess it kind of has a even trade off and transfer whatever both our silliness and our silly families, just imbued themselves into our child. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a character in herself. And I know y'all probably seen the videos. I'll probably post a few somewhere on here so y'all can see them and so y'all can see who these people are. Um, post old pictures and stuff like that. But let's see. Um, I guess that's all I got, man. I just want to get on here and encourage people just don't take everything so seriously, man. Take everything. My mom used to always tell me take everything with a grain of salt. My mom's told me a lot of things. Unless she give me a lot of those old wisdom, little sayings, and the look. I can't call them African proverbs. I'm call them Denise proverbs because like, some of the stuff she comes with, I was like, man, I would have never thought of that. And some of the things she told me when I was younger and, is raining true today. Um, I just want to encourage everybody to, what I'm saying, just take every single moment and do your best. I'm not gonna say try because I have a brother that says trying is a failing word. Do your best to sit back in every single moment that you're experiencing in this life because as far as we know right now, we only get one. Um, I don't know what you believe in. I don't know if you believe in reincarnation. I don't know if you believe in, you know, the afterlife and stuff like that. But this life that we live in right now, we only get one. And I just want to encourage everybody to be a beacon of hope, be a beacon of light, you know what I'm saying? And not just everybody else's life, but in your own life. Sit back and take a moment to enjoy life, laugh, take it for what it is. I know everybody's all upset and everybody's all invested in be it, recessions, the elections, and that's stuff that's out of our control. And the serenity prayer kind of tells us to well, not kind of, but it tells us to, you know, have the serenity to know what you can control and what you can't. And what I'm saying? And just be wise enough to know, saying what you can control. And I just want to, reiterate on those things, man. Let's not take all this stuff so personal. Let's just adjust, you know what I'm saying? And just pray going forward that whoever's in office, whatever's going on in the economy and stuff like that, let's just adjust and let's just move forward and let's focus and let's not be so invested and caught up on what's going on, and educate yourself. And if you fear something, educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Educate yourself on what's going on and what that means and how you can prepare yourself to stop it or to endure it. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. That's another topic I want to talk about. Enduring. Uh, just being steadfast, being immovable, being a stone statue. Brass statue that just stands the test of time. Enduring. So I think I'll talk about that on my next episode. Hopefully, I have a guest on here. But I just want to recap on those things. You know what I'm saying? It's good to laugh sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's good to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with enjoying life. Shift, and all it takes is a perspective shift. You know what I'm saying? It could be where you are, it could be a whole lot worse. You know what I'm saying? And it can always be. Like me in my situation with my job when I got suspended. You know what I'm saying? It could be a whole lot worse. You know what I'm saying? I could be, worst case scenario, I could be dead and gone, not being able to provide for my family at all. And, that's my worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? And then it can always be worse and it can always be better. And my goal in life is to never, never, never try to, if I'm sitting there focusing on the problem, you know what I'm saying, I create more problems. So I'm always thinking of a solution. So that way more solutions will come my way. And, if you know anybody that's struggling with anything, or if you watching this and you know somebody that's struggling with anything and you feel like I can help somebody by talking to them or whatever the case may be, send them my way. You know what I'm saying? I'll be happy to, give encouragement to, people, kind of shift your perspective a little bit, make you laugh. And, that's all I'm trying to do. I feel like that's one of my missions here one of my many missions here on earth is to shift perspectives, try to make you laugh, and encourage you to do better. Because I don't want to see anybody in a bad situation to where, life is just bleak, and there's a lot of people out here, there's a lot of souls out here I'll probably never talk to again. But um if they can listen to me and I can encourage them at, I'm still doing what I feel I'm supposed to do. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, hopefully, I'm working on a schedule to get more people lined up on the podcast. Y'all remember, support the brand. If you want to support me, you know what I'm saying? Like I know people out here talking about donations and stuff like that. If you want to support me and look good doing it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead, run down there to mentalgame.net. That's MNTLGAME.net. And just peruse the site, man. You might find something on there for you. Right now, it is November. You know what I'm saying? It's getting kind of chilly out here in Texas. I don't know about y'all anywhere else. I know some of y'all in frigid conditions right now. But hey, it's hoodie season here. You know what I'm saying? It's hoodie season in many of these Gulf states, man. So, it's getting to get a little chilly out here. So we got the hoodies. Here at Mental Game, we got the hoodies, man. We'll put the hoodies up. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want to support me, you like the merch, go ahead, copy y'all a hoodie, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all in advance. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube, Spotify. I'm everywhere, man. I'm trying to be everywhere, trying to get in front of everybody. I know Chai said trying's a failing word, but slowly but surely pushing it out of my vocabulary. I appreciate every single person that's been in my life and has made me laugh and has encouraged me to do better and has shifted my perspective by making me laugh. I appreciate you. And reach out if you need to reach out. Like I said, we got those Facebook pages y'all can reach out to. Just let me know. I got admins on there that have the same goal as I do. Also, I want to put this out there. My cousin Mary Jackson, she has a page. I know, ladies. I understand. I hear. I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure in the future, we'll create something for the ladies as well. But my cousin Mary, she's created something profound and great. And she's named it after her late father, Mr. Prince Jackson. I didn't know him personally. I didn't get to meet him. But I've heard the stories about him. I heard he was a great individual, a great man, somebody who always offered up his ear to listen and to hear your problems and never pass judgment. And I love that. So my cousin Mary has created a Facebook group, private Facebook group called PJ's Place. Right? It's for men only, you know what I'm saying? Because men, we kind of get ridiculed when we on here talking about our mental health and our problems and what we are going through and stuff like that. So my cousin Mary has created something profound. It's a safe space for men to come just have a discussion, talk about your problems, and not be judged for it, not be belittled for it, not be called a less of a man for it. So uh if you have time, go on Facebook, search up PJ's Place, um, send a request to be added to the discussion, and I'll see you there. But in the meantime, I want to thank everybody for listening. I want to thank everybody for watching. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the support, all of the views, all of the subscribers that have subscribed and stuff like that. We're gonna be doing hopefully a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? I've kind of been, every time I get on here and I'm gonna do pop-up shop, I'm gonna do pop-up shops. I'm still working on pop-up shops. But I do have an opportunity for people to get free merchandise. I'm giving away free merchandise. So, um, hit me up. I might have something for you. But in the meantime, thank y'all. I love y'all, family.